Smiling like a shark in a shrimp tank. Big fish, small pond in the shrimp.
Welcome to our post-show wrap-up. I'm your host, Daniel Goodwin, and joining me in the studio today is Jamie Collins, James Lapeyrouse, and Tom Glover. This is maybe one of our best shows. You're going to want to go and download the entire podcast at houston.shrimptank.podcast.com. We got into some applications about running a business, both from an academic perspective that Jamie brings from Sam Houston State University, the School of Business there, and then also in real life from James and also Tom Glover. But just real quickly, before we close this up, I wanted Jamie just to tell us real quick about entrepreneurship at Sam Houston State.
We're excited about a lot of things that are going on at Sam. Our students are increasingly recognizing the value that an entrepreneurship degree can bring in terms of their career progression and their development. We have a growing number of students who are choosing entrepreneurship, who are going on either to start or run a family business, or they go into a corporate career and find that being an entrepreneurship major has served them well because they've been exposed to skills and knowledge that they can apply in a lot of different contexts. So we think it's one of the programs that has the potential to grow at the most rapid rate in College of Business over the coming years. So we're excited about it.
We're excited about that because without that sort of training, then it's just all school of hard knocks, learning the hard way, making big mistakes. And it's tough being a business owner. There's so many hurdles, and it's so competitive. So, you know, being able to go to college and get some training about how to be a business owner one day, I think that's invaluable. So also we've had our guest James and we had Tom Glover on. And James, we want to just focus on a couple of different things about the show that we went into. You and your partner, Chris English, you have 3 businesses. Tell us how do you make sense, how do you balance running 3 companies? I mean, how do you do that? It just sounds like 3 jobs. I mean, how do you do it?
It is. It's pretty hard at times, and that question is kind of a hard one to answer because each company is in a different developmental stage. You know, our pharmacy and our med spa, for the most part, run themselves, versus our durable medical equipment company. It's really in the infant stages, and we really have to tend to that one more so than the others.
Yep.
So I heard the word spa, med spa. What is that?
We also own Etrabel Med Spa, where women can get facials, laser hair removal, tattoo removal, photo facials.
Can you get a tattoo and then a tattoo removal?
If you want, sure. Why not? Just not the tattoo there. The removal, yes.
Okay. You don't do the tattoos.
And you know that old commercial, I'm not only a client, you know, that's me with the tattoo.
Is that Men's Warehouse or something like that?
I think it's
So
hair.
you took the tattoo, you had one, you took it off.
I had one from Sam Houston, believe it or not.
Uh-oh.
And it was a fraternity tattoo. And after 6 treatments, it's almost gone, thankfully.
Was there alcohol involved in that decision initially?
Kind of.
You know, we're broadcasting live with millions of listeners, so, you know, in case you just want to become even more popular and show your scar, or maybe... Ooh. No? Bad idea?
Okay. Pass. Thank you, though. So,
and really, this is for any of us here, but we have young aspiring entrepreneurs that listen to our show. We also have successful entrepreneurs. They're past 5 years. They're really wondering how to get to that next level. But in particular, I want to ask you guys to respond to a young aspiring entrepreneur. They may have tried and failed before. Maybe they've had that setback, which is normal part of life. They have not yet found maybe the encouragement or the validation to get back up. What do you say to them to get back up and go pursue your dreams?
Well, I'll interject. My response is it's all about perseverance. How bad do you want it? And you have to ask yourself that question every day. How bad do you want it? Because if you want it bad enough, you can make it happen.
I tell students and just people that I have interaction with every day, when you find something you're enthusiastic about, that's probably the thing you're wired to do. However you describe it. If you say that you're created to do something, or you're intended to do something, or called to do something, whatever framing we want to give it, every person has something that they are meant to do. And if you find that thing you're meant to do, their encouragement will be something that you end up providing to other people because you're so enthusiastic about whatever professional path you're following.
So I would add that don't be afraid to do a reset. Sometimes if you're pursuing a business and you're just not seeing the results you're looking for, sometimes it's okay to kind of start over. Also, I learned from all my failures and mistakes. So doing a reset sometimes it can be wise as well, rather than let the business maybe take you under, that sort of thing.
Yep. So the way they talk about it in a strategic coach is learning what your unique ability is, that set of gifts and talents that you possess. And when you can align that with your career vocation, that's it's a sweet spot, really. And that's where you can shine and where you can serve your fellow man. That's what entrepreneurship is about serving your fellow man. One of my mentors said, he's dead now, but Zig Ziglar said, you can have everything in life that you want if you'll help enough other people get what they want. And I think that goes to the core of what being an entrepreneur really is. So I'd like each of you to comment on just maybe one success habit that you might think that is a good habit to carry around and possess if you're an entrepreneur. What's a good habit that you'd say?
So I'm guilty of treating my children like they're students sometimes. So I have a 5.5-year-old who's more challenging than most, and I have a 3.5-year-old. And what I tell the 5.5-year-old is something I tell my adult friends. So it's not that I'm being patronizing to them. It's the best time to pursue the thing that interests you is when you think about it.
Do it now.
Do it now.
That's Nike's, right?
Don't let that enthusiasm that you had when you first had that spark of an idea fade simply because time has passed. If it's really something that's of interest and creates that spark, go do it. Go do it now.
That's great,
Don't
Jamie.
put it off, right?
That's a good one. My best advice is, we had an old saying in the Navy back in the day was semper gumby, and the best thing about that was be flexible. So no matter what happens, everything will change. Mm-hmm. Business is always changing. Just be flexible, be ready to adapt to the marketplace.
And one of the things that I always try to coach on is pay attention to the detail. When you're running a business, you got to be mindful of all the little things.
He's a detail guy. He's an engineer.
Yeah,
I know that.
Details
You know
catch
what?
you in the butt too many times. So.
Right. And what they say, the devil's in the details.
Right.
And so the flexibility, one of the Beatitudes was, blessed are the flexible, for they shall not get bent out of shape.
Nice. That's a good one.
Good one. Yeah.
I made that one up, threw that one in.
Nice.
So, James, one more time. How would our listeners, I know, this is we have a little fun with the show too, but how do our listeners get in touch with you and your partner, Chris, and your business? Tell us the best way to reach out if somebody wants to connect with you.
Okay. They can call us at area code 832-813-5085, or they can look us up on the internet at www.CrysonCare.com, and that's CrysonCare.com.
That's fabulous. So we've had a great show. I just want to thank Jamie, and I want to thank James and Tom. I want to thank you for being on the show. And I want to thank our support from the university, Sam Houston State University, their entrepreneurship program there. And always you need to download the whole show and do it at houston.shrimptankpodcast.com. This was an outstanding show. We're so excited to see you next week, and thanks for being part of our show at houston.shrimptankpodcast.com.
I've been feeling like a shark in a